Thank you for the introduction, Sean. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ben Jones, and I'm the e-commerce manager at Osprey London, the British luxury lifestyle brand. It's brilliant to be here, and I'm really excited to share our personal story and also to hear stories from brands that are similar to ours and also companies that are completely different. I'm here to talk about why we have made a big investment in digital and how we laid the foundations for rapid growth. I've been with Osprey London for just over a year. My background is in retail development, and I made the natural move to digital just over 10 years ago. Since then, I've been building brands' e-commerce channels using the first-hand experience I've gained in every aspect of an e-commerce business. I was hired by Osprey London with one very clear goal, which was to double online turnover every year for 5 years. This level of growth does not come without significant investment and complete buy-in from all levels of the business. Osprey London's story began in 1980 when our founder, then 25-year-old Graham Elliston, hand-stitched his first leather belt in a hayloft just north of London. He'd invested £500 of his own money, and he took his first collection first to London Fashion Week and then Paris Fashion Week, and the fledgling brand quickly became all the rage with the UK's leading retailers, and both rock and real royalty were snapping up the beautiful handcrafted leather belts. Since then, we have expanded our range to encompass bags and handbags, small leather goods, clothing, homeware, sunglasses, jewelry, and much more. But everything we do has a focus on robust design, materiality, affordable luxury. And there's a great story behind every product, from the maker's point of view to the fact that Graham and our other director, Alex, are working extremely closely with the saddleries and tanners on color and finish of leather. Our business is wholly owned by the directors, and they're still very hands-on, not just with the product, but with the brand of coffee that we sell in our cafes, to the furniture that is in our meeting room. Everything is very detailed and 100% personal. We have now expanded to 13 stores, including our Regent Street flagship. We have 2 amazing lifestyle stores in the countryside outside of London, and then we have outlets throughout the country. We take great pride in how the brand is presented at every customer touch point. The Osprey London digital landscape in 2016 was very different to today. We were early adopters and had an e-commerce website as early as 2004. We were innovative and we pushed as hard as we could. However, we had a team of 1.5 people. Our site was an amalgamation of various bespoke systems, and any development work we did was complex and instantly out of date. We were tied to one developer, and even standard functionality was a nightmare to implement. Things as simple as a product feed or video. We couldn't scale our marketing and customer acquisition efforts because the site couldn't handle it. How could we grow and compete in a rapidly evolving and ever more competitive environment? We had huge potential, an amazing brand, amazing product, but we had no foundation to reach the audience that we knew were there. This is where Osprey London was in mid-2016. Because we are 100% family-owned, we had to convince the board to invest a sizable amount of their own money, and we had to convince them we could make it work. We had been close in 2015 to securing the investment, but the directors had pulled out at the last minute. It was easier to maintain the status quo. We had to clearly show the potential of e-commerce to win them over. A few years earlier, we'd begun work on a direct mail program backed up by targeted e-shops. The spike in traffic that the mail drop created was always a little hair-raising, and our old site was really difficult to manage. We had to get additional server capacity, and we were always holding our breath every time we dropped a direct mailer. Would the site hold up? This sales program was amazing. It brought brilliant revenue, but it was an absolute white-knuckle ride for the web team. With a cosmetic makeover of our old site coinciding with a massive mailing drop, we both demonstrated the limitations of our old site and also the revenue possibilities of online offered the business. This gave us an undeniable mandate to start our digital transformation. So there we were, an established brand, family-owned business, ready to make a committed leap into digital, but with limited resource and experience, and very ambitious targets. What was our plan? To begin with, we were going to invest in what we believed to be the best e-commerce platform. Value was a consideration, but we were not going to compromise on what we felt was the best option. We make a really first-class product and have great visuals, and these were getting lost on our old site. We wanted the product to shine. I think this is key. We weren't going to get bogged down in the technical areas that required expertise. We are first and foremost a retailer. We want to connect our people with our amazing product, not have to worry about server load during peak periods. We wanted access to a library of plugins that could help us achieve our goals and didn't require huge amounts of bespoke work. We needed a platform that was future-proof. Our plans to scale were ambitious, and we wanted to work with a solution that could take our growth in its stride. Finally, we didn't want to be tied to one developer. We wanted to be proactive and dynamic. We wanted to accelerate our e-commerce business. Speed and implementation and innovation were absolutely essential to us. We chose Magento Commerce Cloud. It would give us the flexible, powerful, and robust framework that we needed to grow. We timed the launch to coincide with a huge mailing drop in April 2017. So the site had to be ready from then. From the day the directors said yes to launch was 6 months. And I'm pleased to say we made the date, though there were a few grey hairs along the way. Our initial goal was for e-commerce to be the #1 store in the business, but this has rapidly evolved to the directors saying that online is the business. Our goal of doubling turnover every year doesn't look so ambitious now. Everyone here is at a different stage of their e-commerce journey. If you have no e-commerce offering, there are plenty of quality, inexpensive e-commerce services that can help you identify the opportunities. There is absolutely nothing stopping you. If you're already selling online, is your website holding you back? You want to be giving the best online experience to your customers that you possibly can. Remove all the noise that distracts from your ultimate goal. In 6 months, you too could be in a position to unleash your full e-commerce potential. Thank you for your time. If you want to come and say hi afterwards, I'd love to chat. But now Sean and I are going to dive into the solution that we implemented and the results that we've seen. Thank you very much.